As golfers get older, and even if they've got maybe not so much older, but have restrictions with movement, we need to find ways to be able to still get some distance with the swing or get some movement with the body. In the video today, we want to have a look at the ways that players can actually manage to increase range of movement to help to deliver power to the ball. Hi, I'm Peter Knight, and I've created Peter Knight Golf, the golf channel, to help you play the best golf you possibly can. If you like this video, then click a like, subscribe to the channel, share it with friends, or leave a comment, or do every one of those. And I'll look forward to helping you with your golf. But for today, let's have a look at the things that we can do to increase motion. The first thing we need to consider is that as the club swings to the ball, we need the club to move correctly. So if I have whatever club head speed I've got, then there's an optimal way for the club to be delivered to the ball in order for me to maximize my distance. We can't all swing the club at over 100 miles an hour. Very few players can. So that's going to limit the total distance that we're capable of hitting the ball. So if we hit it more correctly and move with a better range, then that's going to help us optimize that. So first of all, when the club swings, I swing the club back, I want to use elastic energy in my swing. So I need to be able to develop some torque between my lower body and my upper body. So as the club swings back, if I just rotate my hips and my shoulders the same amount, I've got no twist sort of developed through the middle of my body here. Now that's my energy source when I can get a difference. But again, depending on the flexibility through your spine, we might have limitations there. So if I swing the club back, looking to rotate my upper body sort of 80, 90 degrees and my lower body 40 to 45, for some players, that's a stretch. For younger players, no problem. They can easily do that. So what I need to do is figure out, one, how much I can rotate back. So when the club swings back, if my feeling is that I'm not going to turn my hips at all, but just rotate my upper body, I can feel that the development of that torque. Now I'm not going to go very far before my hips actually do start to turn. But again, the key thing is I'm looking to develop that torque through here. Now I need to find ways of using that torque, but perhaps going back a little bit further. So now I can consider how I'm setting up with feet and also my hip. So when I set myself up, I'm going to, when I'm turning back and through, I'm going to sort of rotate through my hips here. Now if I turn my right foot in and try and rotate back, I can't go very far because that rotation of my hips has created an internal rotation of my leg, and all of a sudden my movement's restricted. So one of the things that I can do is actually allow my right foot to be turned out a little bit more than normal, and that will actually allow me to turn more before I start to feel that restriction through my hip. So one thing that I can do as I'm going back is rotate that foot out so my hips can turn a little bit more. The second I can do is just actually drop my foot back a little bit. Now, a lot of players will do that automatically anyway. So now when I set myself up, my hips are probably a little bit close to the target. In other words, aiming a little bit right for a right-hander. And again, when I turn back, now my hips can rotate a lot more. I'm not too worried about my rotation on the other side, which of course is going to be restricted because of how I've set my leg here, mainly because the ball's already gone. So if my follow through is, feels like it's somewhat restricted, I'm not too concerned about that. One thing I do need to focus on, particularly if I'm rotating the foot out and dropping the foot back, is what effect that's going to have on my alignment and my ability to start the ball straight. So often when players set themselves up with the foot drop back, the entire body will start aiming to the right. So we need to be aware, ideally the upper body still stays pretty square. So experiment with that, with the foot drop back. And again, you only really need to do this if you do have restrictions through hips or through your back. Otherwise, just keep everything square. The next thing I need to do, and the reason that I've got a couple of tees on the ground here, is that I need to be able to strike the ball with a slight ascending blow. Now, your normal ball position with a driver, being somewhere between the heel and the instep, the heel and the big toe, is going to help create a slight ascending blow. But often players, when they're swinging through, even though they've got the ball forward, will still catch the ball with a slight descending blow. There's no problem with that unless we're already struggling with distance and club head speed, in which case we definitely need to strike the ball with a slight ascending blow. Now, the drill that I've set up here to help us check that is I've set up a tee about 30 centimetres or 1 foot in front of the ball here, and the tee in front is about the same height as the tee that the ball's sitting on. And when I swing the club back and through, if I hit my shot with a slight descending blow, then I'm definitely going to hit that tee as I swing through. So I might even practice to begin with, if I just knock that ball off the tee, and practice swinging through and swinging and almost hitting that bottom tee there, and then missing the one in front. And when I put a ball there, I'm going to look to do the same thing. So that when I play this shot, I want to swing the club through, catch the ball correctly, and then miss the tee in front. So I've missed the tee in front, so I must have struck the ball with a slight ascending blow, which is what I want. So if you have a look at, first of all, increasing the range of movement that you've got through your lower body, which won't increase the range that you move your spine through, but it will overall give you a bigger body turn in the backswing. Watch that you don't over-exaggerate that. If you over-exaggerate that turn, then you've got to expend some energy to start getting the club to move back down and through. So when the club does swing back, just take care that the arms don't swing back too far at all. If you find experimentation-wise you get a little bit better distance and a bit better shot just by giving yourself that little bit of extra range through right foot opening, right foot back, using this drill with a tee, then incorporate that into your game and enjoy longer, straighter hitting.